Alright, what's up everybody? It's your health and fitness specialist, Kelly Brown. And I'm going to make a video today that's a little unorthodox. It's not really my style, but at the same time I just thought it was an interesting topic since I just got back from the Arnold Classic. I'm not going to get into too much detail of what I thought of the show. I do want to bring up an interesting discussion about the top ways the IFBB and the NPC could become more credible. Okay, so I wrote down a list of things last night as I was working out. And I want you guys actually to comment below when this video is over and let me know what your thoughts are, if these things could actually work, or if you feel like, you know, it's good as it already is and there's no need for changing anything, or if you have any other ideas that you think would be good. And I encourage you to share this video with some people, you know, because we may be able to get our voices heard if these things do sound, you know, reasonable. Number one, drug test all the amateurs. Okay, I think all the amateurs should be drug tested, and you can't turn pro unless you were a drug tested amateur. All right. Number two, have a tall and a short class. So they used to have it back in the, you know, in the old days in the 70s and such, but I think they should have in the pro level, they should have a tall class and a short class for bodybuilders, rather than having a 212 and the 202s and all the other stuff. They should just have a men's bodybuilding open, tall, short. Still keep classic physique, but just try and have something that gets rid of the 212 and gets rid of the what is it, the open class division, so that they're separate, right? Number three, I feel like the judging needs to be clear. They should have clear judging, and in the beginning of the show, the judges should stand up and say, hey, this is the criteria that we're getting ready to judge everybody on, and this is what you should be looking out for, so that you know how we're judging, so that everybody in the crowd, everybody at home, everybody who's watching on live stream or whatever isn't confused, and they all know exactly what's going on. Number four, which would be cool, is to have a People's Choice Awards. So of course the judges are going to vote and everything, but they should have some type of app where you can go in and whoever's watching it can go vote for whoever they like the best, you know, and say, like, I don't know how it would work, but kind of like on one of those TV shows like American Idol or The Voice or something like that, or something. You should be able to go in from home and say, oh, cast my vote now, and at least have the People's Choice vote versus whoever the judges chose in the first place, you know, because I guess at the end of the day it's the people who want to see the winner, not necessarily the judges, you know. Number five, only let retired IFBB pros qualify to be judges. So of course the retired IFBB pros should still have to go through an application process and like an interview and everything, like you know, like getting hired for a regular job. But they should, the qualification and the minimum requirement should be that you were an ex-IFBB pro. Women, men, whatever the case is, you know, not judges, not somebody off the street who just decided that they want to become a judge. No. It should be somebody who actually competed before and turned pro at some point in their career, and then you should be able to go have an interview. Alright, what is this? Number six, they should bring back the Masters Olympia. So, you know, they used to have it, and they still have Masters divisions now, you know, because they still have the, I think it's the Masters in Pittsburgh pro show, and they have like a 50 and over Masters IFBB pros, and they have 35, and they got 45, I think 45, maybe just 35 and then 40 and something like that. Anyway, so they have Masters shows, they got Masters pro shows, but I'm saying take the Masters pro show to the Olympia also. Number seven, make the prize money available on all levels. So even the amateurs should be able to win prizes, able to win prize money. Like, because I know in my natural shows the amateurs don't win, but the pros still win. But it makes sense for the amateurs to win since they're already paying for an entry. So if somebody is, let's say me, you, and two other people are paying, and we paid $10 to get to enter the show, then they should at least take $5 from me, $5 from you, $5 from him, $5 from this person, and be able to put that into the pot so that the top five or the top whatever winners at least get something back. Even if it's just, oh, I won $300 today and this person won $400, whatever it costs to enter, they should take some of my money that I invested to put it into the pot and then pay me back out if I win. Okay, number eight, they should have a natural division. So I don't know if this is gonna work, you know, but I could see them because there's natural bodybuilding contests anyway, I don't see why the NPC and the IFBB couldn't just do the same formula that natural contests are doing, like the WNBF and the SNBF and NGA. They could do the same processes that these guys are doing and just create a division that's just natural. And if some people want to enter the natural one, they can. And if you want to enter the regular one, you can too. But I think the regular one still should only take place, like undrug tested, should only take place on a pro level. Number 8 is that I think that in order to make this a credible sport, they're going to have to penalize athletes who fail the drug test. Just like when any other sport, you know, even if with basketball, with football, with boxing, you know, any real sport that's been around for a long time, the difference between bodybuilding and that sport boils down to, and you know, it's a bunch of different reasons, or differences, but I think one of the main differences is that when somebody gets busted in baseball for having steroids, they get penalized and it gets publicized and it's on TV and it's a big outrage about using steroids and all this other stuff in that particular sport. But I feel like if they do the same thing in bodybuilding, then people will stop, you know, using steroids so much. It will make it an even playing field. But you know, they should drug test them if we're going to drug test in the pro level, or they could do it, they can keep it like I said and don't drug test on a pro level and only drug test on an amateur level. So one of the two. But if you are going to drug test on a pro level, then you gotta penalize people who fail the drug test, and you got to do it all year round, and just random drug testing too, not just drug testing right before the show. Random drug testing all year round. What is this, number 9? Number 9, I think. The Mr. Olympia should only have one representative per country. Okay, now this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I feel like there's so many countries out there, and there's so many people coming from bodybuilding. You know, so many bodybuilders coming from different countries. They should only have one person represent that country. There should be one United States professional that's going for the Mr. Olympia, one person from Canada, one person from South America, or you know, from a country in South America, a person from a country in Africa. So you got multiple opportunities. I'm not saying one person per continent, just one person per country. So I think that there are a lot of people that could actually potentially enter and come from, and we could see a large array of demographics that show up at one place. Okay, number 10, I feel like the judging round should be a little bit different. They should have a judging round that's the flexing, of course, you know, take your clothes off and then some type of trunks or something like that. They should have a round that's in a suit. When you come out there dressed up in a suit, like a real professional suit, and how good you look in your clothes. And they should also have a round that's an interview round where the IFBB pros get a chance to talk about what they think an IFBB pro means, you know, what they feel about bodybuilding, what they would do if they could change the sport or something like that. Kind of like the Miss America pageant or Miss Universe or something like that, but really get a chance to learn about these IFBB pros. Because if you're gonna have somebody representing the IFBB or whatever, then he should still be a good person, you know, rather than just, oh, he just won because he looked beautiful or he looked great, you know, subjectively. He should be an overall good person and then choose him based off of that. So rather than, you know, having a round based on dancing and posing and stuff like that, they should have a round based off of, like I said, questions. I think that the IFBB should be more involved in schools. They should be, you know, going to schools and talking to kids and the youth, or having some type of after-school program, kind of like how the NBA does NBA Cares, and they go to different schools and they help build schools and fix up communities and stuff like that. I think the NPC should do so, not the NPC, but the IFBB should do something like that too, in different countries as well, not just in the United States. Okay, the next thing I think is that, I think, what am I, number 11, 12, something like that. All right, I'm just rolling now. So I feel like the NPC or the IFBB should have a way for all pros to make money. So one way that they could do this, you know, so that everybody's under one umbrella and working for the IFBB year, you know, all year round. I feel like the supplement companies are the billion-dollar industry, and they're pretty much making the money off of people who take these supplements, like the people who they use to advertise these supplements for them, but the people who they use the advertising are still working regular jobs. So what I'm saying is, maybe the supplement companies should actually have contracts with these IFBB pros, and each supplement company has to mandatorily have a contract with at least one IFBB pro on their roster, so that they could sponsor events or have booths and stuff like that, or be able to be in magazines. I think that they should have one IFBB pro on their roster minimum in order for them to even be contributing to, you know, coming to the Arnold Classic or doing anything like that, or advertising and stuff like that with IFBB pros and with anything fitness related. Okay, and the last one, I think this is 12 or 13, I don't know. I feel like the president of the IFBB pro, and no disrespect to the president as there now, but I feel like just like any other presidents, the president should have to be voted in. I feel like he should be elected by a board, and the board should be consisting of IFBB pros. You know, the IFBB pros should be in some type of union or something like that. I don't know how it works when you're a pro and how it works behind the scenes, but I feel like the IFBB pros who are current pros and maybe retired pros could all come around and have a meeting and decide on who's going to be the next president, and give him like a term where it's every 4 years, 5 years, you know, 6, 7, 8 years or something like that. And I know in different sports they don't have elections, and sometimes you're just the president forever, or you're the commissioner for years or something like that. But I think that it would be a good thing to have, you know, them be able to be voted off, or, you know, elected to stay on, or maybe just have 1-year terms, or, you know, have 10-year terms or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, tell me your ideas. I know this was a different type of video. It wasn't very informational. It was just kind of me ranting and me thinking about some stuff, so I figured I'd just make a video about it. But tell me what you think. Post your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I think a lot of you guys have been subscribing, so that's great. And also, don't forget to check out the ebooks. They're helping a lot of people, and I see that a lot of people are downloading them. So when you download the ebook and after you read it, please go back and leave a review on my website, or leave a review on Amazon if you got it on the Kindle version. Alright, thanks a lot. I'm your health and fitness specialist, Kelly Brown, and I'll see you guys in the next video.